Hello, welcome today. Got another great fly. This is going to be a bass fly, or you can use it for saltwater. The hook today I'm using a size 1 or 1/0. Your choice, you can do 3/0 or smaller, or bigger, but this is just a size 1 regular saltwater hook. I have some 140 denier or 3/0 orange, fluorescent orange thread. Just going to tie that right down to right above the barb. Your tail, you're going to select 6 fibers, or feathers. You're going to select 3 orange and 3 white. And I'll just show you the system I have set up here. I'll grab the camera. Here, what I have set up on my leg. You can see I'm just going to put the orange on top of the white, orange on top of the white, orange on top of the white. Sorry, I did white on top of the orange, orange on top of the white. And I'm just going to gather these fibers together. I'm going to put those on my tail. So, zoomed back in real quick. Okay, here's my bundle of fibers. Varying lengths, they don't have to be the same. Doesn't matter. Then you're just going to tie those in. Okay, you could add super glue. I'm just fishing for bass, so I'm not going to. Then you're going to select a white and orange hackle with the same or close to the same fiber length, because we're going to make like a skirt or a hackled skirt basically. So that's what we're going to do. So tie them in by the tips to stroke back your fibers. Tie them in by the tips. And the length of this skirt should be from the point, or from the barb of the hook to the point of the hook. Because then you have plenty of room for your popper body and a wide enough gap so a fish will hook up. I'm just going to do a simple half hitch. Okay, you could use the rotary feature on your vise. Do a rotary vise, but you can't really use a rotary vise on this. You lay them side by side like here, and you got to stroke back all these fibers. You want the orange in front of the white, and you're just going to palmer that forward, touching turns or as close to that as possible. And I probably should have told you this is going to be like a popper type fly, if you're wondering. So I stopped at about roughly the point of the hook, a little after it actually. That's okay. Next, you're just going to cover your shank with your thread. Oops. You're going to leave about an eye's length of just bare hook exposed. You're going to just do a little whip finish. Thread got caught up there. Apparently I can't hand whip finish with this like uni thread, whatever you call it. Okay, you're going to grab an earplug. This is an orange earplug, no collar. You're going to lay it on top and as you can see, it's a little too long. It's a little too long. So what you're going to do is you want the eye to be just in front of it here. So I'll trim it and I'll show you what I mean. So I made a little mark with my scissors there. I'm going to take my scissors, just cut it. And you're going to have to wait for it to puff back, sort of. That's a good length. You want to leave plenty of room at the eye of the hook. And next we're going to jump right into our next step. Just hold it. You see how it sort of bended it and made like a half circle? You're going to take right here, you're going to cut up. Some people like to put a hole in their popper. I've tried it, it just never works for me. So I just cut it. And I'll epoxy it later, so works fine. So just continue cutting it, and then you're just going to do a dry fit on your hook. Looks pretty good, except I need to get my cuts just a little deeper because it's sitting too high, or too high. It needs to sit just a little lower on the shank of this hook. This fly, it's not going to float real high in the water column. It's going to like slide right under it. Here, I'll show you one of the finished. See how this is sort of shiny, but it's real effective for bass. Okay, I let it reform a little, and that looks just good. You can see. You guys can't see. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna move to the next step. Take your popper body off. Take some Zap-A-Gap or any brush-on super glue. Just any super glue. Can't use head cement. And you're only gonna cover the shank of the hook that was covered by the thread. You don't want to cover this up here that you didn't cover with your thread. So just put a liberal amount on there. You're gonna take your popper and you're just gonna spread that crack right there when you put it on. My hands are in the way, I know. And there you have your popper. Stay tuned for part 2. Part 2 is going to be epoxying, applying eyes and all that. This part, it's set up pretty good here, so you're just going to want to leave it dry for about half an hour or even 10 minutes. Doesn't really matter. Thanks for joining me, and tight lines to all.